Excited. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll know that all week I've been really excited for this day. Mainly because I get to read fan fiction to you, but we also get to find out what happens to Johnny. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen the first chapter to this story, then the link will be at the end of the video, so go there. Or you can just go Fanfiction Friday 2, Cupcakes Chapter 1. You'll find it, you'll find it. So, without further ado, let's read Chapter 2. Please don't do it, Pinky! When Dash regained consciousness, she found herself in a dark room. She tried to shake her head, but found that a taut leather strap held it firmly in place. She struggled to move, but braces around her chest and limbs glued her to the rack and formed a series of sturdy planks, which spread her legs wide apart. Dash's wings were the only part of her not tied down, and they fluttered frantically while she struggled to escape. As she writhed, Pinky jumped suddenly into her line of sight. "Giddy! You're awake! Now we can get started," Pinky said gleefully. She bounded into the darkness and quickly reappeared pushing a small cart covered with a cloth. "Pinky, what's going on? I can't move," Dash said urgently. "Well, duh, that's because you're tied down," chided Pinky. "That's why you can't move. I didn't think you need to be told that." "But why? What's happening? I thought you said I was helping you making cupcakes." "You are helping. You see, I ran out of the special ingredient and I need you to get more." "Oh God!" Dash was now breathing heavily and started to panic. "What special ingredient?" Pinky giggled and responded, "You silly." Wow, okay. Not where I thought this was going. I thought it was going to be kinky, basically, which I'm glad about because I really thought I'd be reading clop fiction and I didn't really want to. So that's good. I'm glad this has taken a more horrific turn rather than a sexual turn. Dash's eyes widened and her face contorted in fear. Then she started to laugh and said in a voice bordering on hysteria, "Whew, you really got me there, Pinkie Pie. I mean, tricking me into thinking you're gonna make me into a cupcake. I gotta tell you, this is the best prank yet. You win, you're the best." Pinky only giggled even more. "Ah, thanks, Dash, but I haven't done any pranks today, so I can't accept your praise." He's being serious. "I'm sorry, but if I was tied down and someone had a cart filled with, well, what I can only imagine being instruments in front of me, I wouldn't be there going, 'Oh wow, you really scared me.' I would be literally crapping myself. I am not joking. If I was tied down and had no means of escape, I would just give up, probably. So why are you making jokes? Don't make jokes, you're about to die." Dash was struggling again. "Pinky, come on, this isn't funny." "Then why were you laughing?" Before Dash could answer, Pinky grabbed the cloth and whipped it off the cart. On the cart was a tray containing various sharp medical tools and knives, carefully organised and wickedly sharp, as well as a large medical bag. Dash was now in full panic mode. Well, of course she would be. You don't just look at a saw while you're tied down and think, I wonder what she's going to do with that. Home Improvement, what the hell do you think she's going to do with that saw, you freak? She was starting to hyperventilate. Her mind raced as she tried to reason with the pink pony. "You can't do this, Pinky, I'm your friend." "I know you are, and that's why I'm so happy I've got you here. We get to share your last moments together, just you and me." Pinky was skipping again. "But the other ponies will wonder where I am. When the clouds pile up, they'll come looking for me and then you'll get found out," Dash cried in desperation. "Oh, Dash," said Pinky. "Don't worry, there are plenty of Pegasus ponies to take care of a few clouds, and besides, no one will find out. I mean, how long do you think I've been doing this?" And with that ominous statement, the light suddenly came to life and revealed the rest of the room. Oh no! Dash reeled in horror at the image presented to her. The room was decorated with a typical but twisted Pinkie Pie flair. Colourful streamers of dried entrails fluttered around on the ceiling. Brightly painted skulls of all sizes were attached to the walls, and organs done up in pastels filled with helium were tied to the backs of chairs. Oh God! The tables and chairs are made of bones and preserved flesh of past ponies. Dash cringed upon seeing the centerpiece of the table nearest to her. The heads of 4 foals, that's just sick, were wearing party hats and had their eyes closed as if they were sleeping. Party party hats were made from their own skin. What? With a thrill of terror, Dash recognised one of them as Apple Bloom's classmate, Twist. Dash's eyes darted back and forth and then fell upon a patchwork banner hanging from the rafters. Okay, I'll go with it, I think. Made from several tanned pony hides, the words "Life is a Party" were scrawled on it in blood red. Dash's attention was brought back by a party horn unfurling and tickling her nose. She gaped at Pinkie Pie, who was standing right in front of her. The party pony was wearing a dress quilted from dried skin, emblazoned with the cutie marks. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings, all of different colours. As the Earth pony skipped in excitement, her necklace of severed unicorn horns clacked together loudly. "Like it?" Pinkie asked. "I made it myself." Well, this is graphic. I'm still excited for it though. Desperately, Dash pleaded with the smiling pony before her. "Pinkie, please, I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell anybody." Like how you wouldn't. Come on. I mean, if she magically let me go, I'm putting myself in Rainbow Dash's position. She's a horse! What the hell? Okay, no, but in all seriousness, if I was kidnapped, drugged, tied to a chair, and was being shown all of this, like, crappy medical stuff that was gonna chop me up, and for some reason she managed to let me go, the first thing I would do, change my identity, move to a different country, and contact the local authorities. If you had the chance to save people's life, would you really give it up so you could save yourself? Hell to the no, my friend. Well, I wouldn't anyway. Oh Dash, you didn't do anything. It's just that your number came up and well, I don't make the rules. We can't turn back now. But does she have voices in her head? She could be someone's accomplice. Now, who would most likely order someone to cut up a load of ponies? Really want to say Princess Celestia, but that would just be too weird. She says, reading a fan fiction about ponies chopping each other up. Dash was tearing up. How could this be happening? Oh, don't be sad, Dash, said Pinkie. Look, this'll cheer you up. I brought you a friend. Seemingly out of nowhere, Pinkie produced a brightly painted blue and yellow skull. It was about pony size, but had a very defining feature, a beak. I knew she was a bitch, but come on! Is that...
Hey Dash, let's hang out together. These ponies are lame-os. Dweebs, dweebs, dweebs.
Pinkie mimicked. I caught her right before she left town. Remember when I left the party for about 20 minutes? That wasn't enough time to play with her, of course, but I'm glad I had to wait until after the party to do that. But boy, am I glad I did. It was worth it for the flavour alone. Griffins taste like 2 animals at once. It's amazing. I know she didn't have a number like everyone else in Ponyville, but when was I gonna get another chance to try Griffin? Okay, I imagine that a lot of you don't know what I'm talking about. Basically, and I can't remember her name, but basically, back in one of the episodes of My Little Pony, Rainbow Dash brought a friend who was a griffin, and they were at flying school together or something. And this griffin was a right bitch. I mean, she insulted every single person she found, but she was always like really nice to everybody in front of Rainbow's face. And like Dash was like, "Oh, well, she's my friend and I'm not gonna give her up or anything." And everyone was like, "Yeah, but she's a total bitch. I mean, dude, come on." But she didn't believe them. And then right at the end of the episode, she finally saw the griffin for who she really was. So the griffin was like, "Well, F you, I'm going home." Apparently she didn't go home. Apparently she was killed and eaten by Pinkie Pie. Oh dear. I probably should have asked where she came from so I could have gotten more, but I forgot. I'll tell you what though, she was quite the fighter. She lasted a long time, which was a lot of fun for me. I got the chance to play with someone other than Pony and try new things. It's too bad she had such a meanie mouth. She said so much bad stuff I just had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language makes for bad feelings, Rainbow Dash. Dash didn't have anything to say. She just sobbed and writhed in her tight bonds. "Well," said Pinkie with an air of finality, "that's enough reminiscing. It's time to begin." Gilda! That was her name. Gilda the Griffin. I only know that because it was on next paragraph, right. Putting down Gilda's skull, the pink pony gripped a scalpel in the cleft of her hoof and walked over to Dash's right flank. Without any flair, this is going to get really graphic, guys, so if you want to turn off now, I would. Without any flair, Pinky placed the blade an inch above Dash's cutie mark and began a circular cut around it. Dash shouted in pain and tried to desperately pull away, but the braces held her still. Finishing the incision, Pinky grabbed a curved skinning knife from the tray. Screwing up her face in concentration, she worked it under Dash's skin and sliced the hide away from the muscle. Oh God! Oh, that must have hurt. Dash ground her teeth as she tearfully watched her flesh peel off. So what, I thought she had her head in place though. Hang on a minute. So their flank is there. Her head's up here. Pink is there. I don't even know why I'm trying to imagine this. Pink is there. She's tied up. I suppose the only thing she would be able to move was her eyes. And there's Pinky just went, there you go, here's your flank. He then moved on to the other side and repeated the process on Dash's left flank. Once she had finished, Pinky held up both cutie marks in front of her breasts and started waving them like pom-poms. Dash just whimpered, her thighs burned like nothing she had felt before. I could just imagine them actually being pom-poms. So she's there with like two rainbow like flanks in her hand, just like, give me a D, give me an A, hey, give me an S. Oh, and what does that spell? Dash. And I'm gonna kill her, because that's how I roll, apparently. Oh God, I just got that image in my head now. I'm never gonna forget that. That was brilliant. Oh my God. Placing the ragged patches of skin down, Pinky selected a butcher knife and walked behind the blue Pegasus. I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna wing it now.